Simon joining us on the Book Talk segment of the show today. Great to welcome a woman who has co-written a very interesting book. It's called Letting Go for Fun and Profit, How Advances in Neuroscience Inspired Change. We're joined today by Mary Sommerset from out in the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon. And Mary, thanks for being with us. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Thanks, Doug.
Good to have a chance to chat with you for a few minutes. I had an opportunity to read through the book, really enjoyed it, and I did not know a lot about the term, I think it's neuroplasticity. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
How does one get involved in that topic, first of all, before we get into the book? How did you get interested in that?
Well, as an executive coach, I watch people transform, and I was just very curious about what was happening. I'd read a couple articles, so I dove into scientific journals and academic books, and I was amazed at what I found out. You know, we have actually pictures of the brain changing, even changing emotions, and taking pictures of it and showing how you can change your neural pathways at any age. And I thought, wow, the rest of us should really have access to this information. So my co-author, Jean Stoll, was 25 years in public health. She agreed. And so we wrote a short, pithy book, you know, with lots of information that people want to dive deeper. But we wanted to have a book that was easy to access, easy to read, had stories about real people, and had activities that people could do. So it was very practical. So if you're feeling a little down, you can pick up this book, go to a chapter. We have chapters on anger management, playing to your strengths, unemployment and other hiccups. You know, a lot of different things are in the book that you can keep by your bedside and then pick up when you need it to.
Yeah, what I found fascinating about it, and you do break it down into ways that the layman can understand, but how the actual brain, like you say, depending on your mood or what you want to accomplish, the brain actually changes in itself, right, to help you get that way, provided you exercise it the right way, right, with positive thought and that kind of thing. Is that pretty much how it works?
Yes. First of all, you have to choose that you want to change, and then you set your intention. What is it I want? And you're very clear and specific about that. You write it down. This is what I want. And then you think that thought all the time, and you write affirmations about it, and you can even meditate on the subject. But what is really fun is to create a vision board. We get so much information through our eyes, directly to our brain. So if you have a vision board of what you want, pictures and places and whatever it is that you desire, you put on a vision board, and then you make a point of looking at that every day. So you change your thoughts. You make your thoughts positive in the direction you want to go. And after 2 to 3 months of this, doing this every day, you can action circuitry of your brain. And we've got something like 100 trillion pathways. So we're not talking about changing the entire brain. We're talking about really utilizing the most plastic ones, those plastic circuits, which lead to happiness.
So it's not just a mental aspect. There's actually something physical going on when you do this.
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
And the reverse is also true, of course. If you're having negative thoughts, that decreases brain activity and makes it very difficult to process new information, which, of course, affects your mood and your memory and even your impulse control. So there's a lot of highly motivated people wanting to really reach for the happiness side. And as I mentioned, the happiness circuits are the most plastic, meaning they're the most easily changed in the brain. And this any age thing, it's just fantastic. I mean, they've done studies of giving a test to young people and seniors, and if there's a time limit on the test, and yes, of course, the young people will win, but if there's no time limit, the young people and the seniors reach the same results, which is awesome. I mean, this idea that old dog can't teach an old dog new tricks is just flat wrong.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people, particularly over a certain age, I guess, will enjoy hearing that because, like you say, people may think, oh, I'm too old to learn how to do this, excuse me, or be able to, grasp all this, but it may take a little longer, but the brain can accommodate that, can it?
Absolutely. And it's good to get in the habit of rewarding yourself for the changes that you make. Set little milestones for each aspect of your goal, and whenever you achieve one, take a hot bath, play a game of racquetball, or dance with your dog, whatever it is that is a reward for you, just make sure you build that into the program.
I think you mentioned in the book, too, exercise helps, too, with this whole concept, doesn't it? If you feel better physically, your brain's going to be in better shape, right?
Yeah, and what we thought would be fun, because we wrote this in a way that makes it accessible and fun to read. We said, okay, stop thinking of the word exercise and just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're sitting down, get up and move around, dance around your living room, or take a walk, or whatever. But don't consider it exercise. Just realize you're just going to keep moving because it sure beats the alternative of just being stuck.
You have a section in the book, you mentioned it briefly, we'll just touch on it if we could for a minute. Obviously, you know, good to be happy, and when things are going well, that's great, but what happens, I think you have one section on you know, people going through unemployment. Unfortunately, a lot of people doing that right now. How can this be applied to overcoming that or getting back on track?
Yes, unemployment. I mean, there's some really terrific, wonderful guides on that, and the idea is to basically get up in the morning and act like you still have a job. Make the job the fact that you are going to get a job. So you follow the instructions and just go forward with that. And those are going to happen. I mean, the thing that's amazing about humans is that in order to learn, we almost always have to fail. So that's where we learn. So the idea is, some corporations have the idea of, you know, fail fast forward. What they're saying is, you know, don't blame people, don't get caught up in that blame game, but just understand you are going to fail, figure out what you learned from your failure, and move forward. So with, you know, unemployment, which is a big problem right now, prepare emotionally. You know, your first impulse may rush out and get any job, but really work through your grief and anger and injustice if you have any of those feelings, and step back and really assess your individual priorities. And then recognize that you're going to experience grief similar to those felt when facing death or divorce. I mean, it's right up there on the top 5, you know, stress factors. So, you know, you might experience those in different order. It's good to talk to other job seekers, get support, get you know, counseling in that area. And then approach unemployment as you would a full-time job. Keep a schedule. Let go of resentment and bitterness, because that, as we talked about, the negative feelings are not going to help you. And then take care of yourself. So, you know, avoid using alcohol and other drugs to cope with the situation at hand, and try to get enough sleep. I know you hear that all the time, but it makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And add new job skills, because you know what makes us happiest in life is to learn new things. So add to your job skill base, and then help others and volunteer. Those are kind of the recommendations we give for, you know, which comes from the National Career Development Association. We didn't make that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So they have done lots of studies on that. And, yeah, we'll get over it.
I know you have you just kind of touched on it there, but, you know, the health aspects, I mean, letting go, you know, people that kind of hold on to a grudge or anger or you know, depression, being down, the blood pressure tends to go up. If you do this technique, it'll help you in other ways, right? Lower your blood pressure, and you feel better that way, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, forgiveness, that's another subject in our book. Actually, if you're able to forgive, you can lower your blood pressure. I mean, that's an amazing thing. That's cool.
That's pretty good, yeah, because that can do more to hurt yourself if you're mad at somebody else than anything else. If you forgive them, you're going to feel better. So why hurt yourself on top of it? So it's good advice.
Exactly.
Name of the book is called Letting Go for Fun and Profit, How Advances in Neuroscience Inspired Change. We're talking with Mary Sommerset today. Mary, I know you have some online presence. Give a website up and get a hold of the book, or get a hold of you if you like.
Yes, you can reach me at my website, www.clearstreamcoaching.com. And then, of course, the book is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all over. So I hope people get a chance to take a look at it. It's a fun read, and it's just amazing that this information exists, that we can change our brains at any age.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of books you can you read in one sitting if you like, but it's, you know, you read a chapter here and there, so it's almost like a referral book as well. So it's well laid out, Mary.
Thanks so much.